Hello and welcome to the New Style Edexcel GCSE grades 9 through 1. This is the second paper in the foundation tier entitled 1MA1/2F. It is a calculator paper and we're picking up in question 7. ABCD, says ABCD, is a square. This diagram is drawn accurately. Write the fraction of the square ABCD is shaded. What fraction of the square ABCD is shaded? Okay, well, first of all, it's fairly obvious that 3/4 of the square is shaded. So we've definitely got those 3/4 of the square. But then in this fourth quarter here, we've got a quarter of this quarter that's shaded. So we add to that 1/4 times, or 1/4 of 1/4. But then, in this quarter of a quarter of a quarter, that quarter of it is shaded. So we've also got 1/4 of 1/4 of 1/4. And that is all the shaded areas. So that is equal to 3/4 plus. So we first deal with these multiplications. When you're multiplying fractions, you're multiplying the numerators and you're multiplying the denominators. So that's 1 times 1 over 4 times 4, which is 1 over 16. Hopefully you know your 4 times tables and your square numbers, in which case it's obvious. If it's not obvious, you are allowed to use a calculator. And then this one is 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1, divided by 4 times 4 times 4. If you know your cube numbers, then that's just 64. If you don't know your cube numbers, you are allowed to use a calculator. Okay, so now when we add the fractions, we need to make all the denominators the same before we can add the numerators. So that's equal to, well, we start off with the 1 over 64 because that doesn't require any maths. That's already 64. We know we can make this 16 into 64 just by multiplying 4, because that's 1 over 4 times 1 over 4, and that's 1 over 4 times 1 over 4 times 1 over 4. So 16 times 4 is 64. So that's plus. So if we're multiplying the denominator by 4 to get 64, we must multiply the numerator by 4. So that's 4 over 64. Plus. And now this 3/4, we need to multiply the 4 by 16, or 4 times 4, to get to 64. So we're multiplying 4 by 16 to get 64. And since we multiplied the 4 by 16, we must also multiply the 3 by 16. Now 3 times 16, that's, 3 times 10 is 30, and 3 times 6 is 18, and 30 plus 18 is 48. If you can't do that in your head, you are allowed to use a calculator. And now we need to just add these together. It's all going to be over 64. So we're adding 1/64 plus 4/64 plus 48/64. Well, 48 plus 1 is 49. 49 plus 4 is 53. And there is our answer. 53/64 of this square is shaded. I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.